What is up, YouTube? Anyway, I'm just at the front of my gym. I'm about to jog home. It's like 6Ks to jog home. The other one was closed, so I figured I'd run here, and it was tough. Yeah, like I just did like a gym session. I worked legs as well, which is pretty silly of me. So now I've got to run back. It's about, yeah, like I said, 6Ks. It took me like half an hour to get here. It's a pretty decent speed, I think. I don't really know. I think the furthest I've ever run is like 4.5 Ks. I'm more into like riding my push bike, so this is kind of hard on my calf muscles and things like that. But um, anyway, guys, basically what's been happening, I've just been working at CGU. Finished my last day of training today. It was 4 weeks of training. It's hectic. So I go on the phones next week, which is good. I'll be able to start showing them my skills and developing and growing, actually having some sort of target to hit, which will be awesome. Some sort of sales target, which is what I'm looking for, essentially, rather than just like customer servicey type roles. And yeah, basically that's what I'm kind of into. And kind of what I wanted to speak about today was, like time management and things like that, like prioritizing things and knowing how to be disciplined and sticking to your time management, basically. And I find that a lot of people can cross the wires of being productive and procrastinating, because what they're doing, they're not actually being productive, they're just procrastinating another thing by doing something else. So they're prioritizing this other thing that is productive over this other thing that is more productive, basically, that's just like normal. And I find that no one has not enough time for other people. Ever. Like ever. So I always see on LinkedIn, like this is what made me think about this. On LinkedIn, I see these famous people like Richard Branson, Gary Vaynerchuk, like all these famous people, and they reply to people in their comments and things like that, and they talk to them. Like they have time, and they address these comments and videos and things like that, and they have time to address these people. They're like the busiest people ever. They have multiple companies. Imagine Richard Branson. That guy is literally planning to put people into space. Like that's crazy. And he has time to like reply to people and message people. So I believe that no one ever doesn't have enough time, like ever. Because if these people that are really successful have time for their people, then that means that what you're doing is you're just procrastinating doing these things. You've just got to prioritize everything and slot it into separate times. And I generally look at the bigger picture with everything. So with anything, I basically look at it as what is going to happen if I don't do this now in 5 years time. If I screw this guy over today, in 5 years time, he can like screw me over 5 times as bad. You could scheme and plan, So I really do believe that everything you do should be a part of a bigger picture, basically. Is there any minute details, anything that you skim over or think that isn't important, it's going to build up. These things are going to build up and it's going to bite you, So that's essentially how I go about life, like even in this call center, right? Even in call centers. So that's like currently my like job ethic. My arm just got kind of sore. I've been working arms. So this kind of like feels weird. It's like it's on a selfie stick almost. But anyway, even in my job, right, I look at it as if I can get that call done easier and quicker and have the wrap time shorter, that means like the time I have after call to finish up all the notes and stuff, that means that person won't have to call back. That means that I have a more opportunity to speak to the next person quicker and the next person quicker. And if everyone just did the same, instead of using that time that they have in that wrap and to follow up notes and things just to sit there and do nothing, we could have like twice as much time in between calls because everyone's been serviced and they're all good. Like they'd be like, oh cool, I don't need a call because it was all resolved, and also because everyone else has done everything. So yeah, that's basically just what I want to say. Like, just think of the bigger picture, make sure you manage your time correctly, and also prioritize everything in a way that you're doing the most productive things that you can do, like your survival things, like Maslow's hierarchy, just going up, and you're not replacing like productive tasks with other productive tasks, you know. So you got to do things in steps, basically. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, YouTube. So have a good one. Wish me luck on my 6K run home. I'll probably die. Call me an ambulance if I don't upload this. See ya.